Alright guys, welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel. I am back reorganizing the collection, the room. You know, I did my last video, I think back in February or March, and it was kind of a collection organization update. You know, if you watched that, I was not done. I was far from finished. I still had steel books all over the floor, which I still do now, but I've made a little bit of progress, so I wanted to update this, and this is going to be probably a long stretching video, long period of time. May take me 2 or 3 weeks to complete this video, to film all this, because I still got a lot of work to do. But let me show you guys where I'm at right now, currently, as we stand. So here's where I'm at. I just built my new Atlanta media shelf. I've got lights on the ground right there. I've got movies all over the floor like we left off from last time. I did move my TV. This is a 42-inch plasma TV that I do not watch my 4Ks on, guys. I just want you to understand that. I have that in the room. I've got my region-free player in here as well for the region-free Blu-rays that I have. I watch in here. And it's just nice to have a TV in here, so if I want to watch some movies while I'm working on stuff, I can do that. So I use my 42-inch plasma. And DVDs, guys, look really good on a plasma, so that's another reason why I keep that around. I did put up some of my posters above the TV. I've got my Friday the 13th back up on the wall. I've got my cool Sylvester Stallone Rambo poster right there that my buddy over at the Dude Who Loves Movies, Cody, sent me like 2 years ago, I believe. And then I've got the Weird Science Arrow video poster right there just because I love weird science. So I was like, why not? But what I've started doing is taking some of my Blu-rays down off of the shelf. This shelf gets on my nerves because it doesn't match the other ones. It's not the same height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shelf, which I just built, which is the same height as the other ones, slot it right there, and I'm going to move this shelf over on the other side of the TV. And that's maybe where I'm going to put my steel books. I'm not quite sure yet. If I just want maybe my Blu-rays on both sides of the TV so it matches better, or does that matter to me? I'm not completely sure as of this time, but that's where we're at right now, guys. Still movies all over the floor, but I did get my TV moved, and the room's still a mess, but I like to take you all through the whole process. So I'll update you when I get this shelf to the other side, and I've kind of figured out what movies I want to go and what types of movies, boutique steelbooks, whatever I want to go on the shelves next to the TV. So yeah, I'll be back. All right, guys. So I have gotten almost as far as I am going to get as of right now with just reorganizing the collection. And this is kind of the overview. I'm going to take you guys into the details here in a second, just like what I did, how I organized specific studio, boutique labels, 4Ks, Blu-rays, steel books, box sets, all that stuff. But yeah, I can't remember because there's about 5 minutes of footage that's going to be before this, and I shot it like a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months ago now. It's been a while. So I can't remember everything that I've already went over. So if I retread some stuff, I do apologize. I'm just going to throw this up. But a big change I made is I moved my 42-inch plasma TV over here, which I watch Blu-rays and also DVDs on. DVDs actually look really great on that plasma. So if I'm going to watch a DVD, I prefer to watch it in here. I also hung up some posters above it, which I think look pretty cool. You know, I like my Friday the 13th Scream Factory poster. That's a really cool, like, Rocky Rambo mishmash. Weird Science. Again, I think I already covered all this stuff, but this was a change that I made because that used to be on the other side of the room, pretty much underneath my Halloween Curse of Michael Myers poster. Now, I will say, and I got VHSs over here, guys, set up on a shelf that I'm going to go over in a second. I want to get some kind of a smaller shelf, like lower to the ground shelf that comes up to about there, over here. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to put on that shelf yet. I've got some ideas, but I want to get that done at some point. But over here, guys, I do want to get more lights, more LED lights kind of set up because I just have them on top and I just have them below. I used to back in the day, like, had them all like spread out in the middle, and it looked pretty good. But I'm just not great with like the lighting and the stuff, guys. So I got to like look up and figure some things out, watch some videos or something, or reach out to some people, see how they did it. So I do want to get more lighting done because I don't have any lighting over here at all. I got another shelf over here. As you can see, guys, like I've talked about for years on this channel, that I've got plenty of room in here, right? Like, I don't feel like I'm going to run out of space for a long time. I am getting to the point where it's kind of getting a little alarming because my walls are starting to fill up. You know, this wall didn't used to have anything, you know, next to it. I used to just have this back here. And I used to just have like these 3 sections, and now it's just kind of, it's expanding at a rapid pace. And it really kind of makes me feel like, yeah, I got to slow things down just a little bit, because I've just got this wall right here, and this is kind of my filming area, my computer, all that stuff. I'm actually downloading my recent episode of the Physical Media Report right now, guys. And, you know, I still got this wall. Also, I can move some things around, put up a couple big shelves there if I need to. And I've got an entire basement out there where I watch my movies and stuff. I could get some shelving set up there. But it is getting to the point where I'm kind of, you know, I'm losing space. But let's get into it, guys. I do want to start off in my closet area. Now, this is a section of my basement which we didn't finish. Just kind of a storage closet area. And it used to be like, I couldn't even walk in here, like there's so much junk. I cleaned this up like earlier this year, and I actually moved my CRT TV in here. I do have a VCR, but that stuff is not hooked up. It's not set up. I'd like to get it set up somewhere at some point, because I am accumulating some VHS tapes and, you know, some newer VHS tapes that certain studios are sending me and stuff. And that's pretty cool. But I've had this since I think 2004. And it does, I used to watch a lot of DVDs on here, VHS. I had it until I bought my plasma in 2006. So I watched quite a few DVDs on here. I remember everything looking good on this, though. This is a nice TV, and I'm going to keep this until the end of the line for sure. But back there's a bunch of storage crap. I got my t-shirts right here. I come in here sometimes, guys, when I'm filming multiple videos, and I'll change my shirt just to make it look like I'm not wearing the same shirt all the time, even though it probably still does. But right here on this shelf, I got a lot of books and things like that, some odds and ends. And I got some posters down here in the corner. But this is mostly just where I just kind of threw all my books. No real rhyme or reason to it. I'd like to get a shelf set up at some point for the books. But right here, I decided to move all my DVDs into this closet area. So this is a big shelving unit that I moved out of the main area, because it didn't match my other shelves. For some reason, like this is like a different Atlanta Media shelf. And I bought this like way back in the day, and I can't remember like what the differences were, like as far as when I ordered it. But it's different. It's different than all the other ones. So it's an oddball, and I moved this one in here and put my DVDs on it. And I think it looks pretty nice. And I've started to accumulate a lot of DVDs and stuff, whether it was from like just random thrifting trips or subscriber mail. So I got quite a few DVDs, and I wanted to go ahead and give those a spot here in the closet area. Got a real cool like Wicker Man DVD set up here. Got my Nightmare on Elm Street set, which is my pride and joy. Really cool like shining like sculpture piece right here. My sister actually gave that to me for my birthday, but it looks cool. Puppet Master Lunchbox Talk to Me set right there, which is pretty cool. That was from Umbrella. Just kind of put some random stuff on top of the shelf to give it some flavor. And then I got my Friday the 13th and Chucky collections on DVD over here, which this is like, honestly, like next to the Scream Factory set, like it's just my favorite Friday the 13th edition. I'll never give this one up, even though it's DVD and they're like, I think 2 movies on each disc, but it's just super sentimental to me. I remember buying this back in 2004 when it came out, and I just love it. So I love the mask on the front of it. And this is how I watched Friday the 13th until I got the Scream Factory set. So for a very long time, I just watched those DVDs. And just kind of going through, I'm not going to cover everything, obviously, but we've got, you know, I got the numbers. I got everything in alphabetical order here. This is a really cool Aliens box set that I grabbed at some kind of a thrift store for $3. Thought that was a good deal for 4 movies. Yeah, just some random stuff, but they're all in alphabetical order. You know, it's not just horror. There's a lot of different stuff here. A lot of different stuff I've gotten. Just if I see a movie, like if I see a movie that doesn't have a Blu-ray, I just go ahead and buy the DVD. But a lot of this stuff, it's like, I just want to own the movie. I don't really care if I have a DVD. If I can get it for $1, I'll get it. That's my Halloween collection. Hostel. See, I even bought Monkey Bone. Monkey Bone. That's got Chris Kattan, Bridget Fonda, Brendan Fraser. Like, come on. These kind of movies. I don't even know if these have Blu-rays. My Brother the Pig. Does My Brother the Pig have a Blu-ray? But yeah, all these are in alphabetical order. I got the X-Files series on DVD. Got some Hallmark movies, some horror box sets, and John Wayne collection. Just some cool stuff. Some cool stuff. Some stuff that I'm just kind of sentimental for. Like, I've got the Blu-ray of House of Wax, but I got this DVD slipcover edition from back in the day, and I don't want to give it up. And House of Wax is a very good slasher film from the 2000s. I think it's pretty underrated. But that is my DVDs. Let's step out of the closet, turn the lights off, go back into the main area. I put my my VHS tapes. I brought them out here, and I do not have these in any order right now, so don't make fun of me. But I wanted to put them, like, I don't know if I'm going to do alphabetical order. I just kind of took them out of the box, which is what they were in, and threw them up on the shelf. But this is all the VHS that I have in the collection. Some of these I've had since I was a kid. Some of these I've found at Goodwill recently and got. But I do have quite a few of the Friday the 13th on VHS. I've got 6 Halloween movies on VHS. Now, these are all ones I've had since I was a kid. As you can see right here, I bought a triple pack that had the third one when I was a kid, but I watched it and I hated the Halloween 3 so much, I think I threw it away. So that's why I don't have Halloween 3, but I do have Halloween through H2O on VHS, and I just watched those so many times when I was a kid, but I didn't rediscover Halloween 3 till way later on. Leprechaun, absolute staple. Had this since I was a kid. Love Leprechaun. But some of the other ones, like Apocalypse Now, I found recently. Batman Forever, I've had since I was a kid. Dracula, I found recently. The Craft, I've had since I was a kid. Joe Dirt, I've had that forever. That is my Dream Warriors VHS. I've had this forever as well. So most of the horror stuff, like, I've had and owned. And like Vacation, I think I found recently at like a Goodwill. So if I found some cool ones, like this Western box set of John Wayne I found recently. But I got the Star Wars, both the despecialized Star Wars and then the special edition Star Wars. Just a lot of random stuff here. Sleepy Hollow, Hellraiser. Like I said, I got nothing in order here. Hellraiser 3 is just hanging out by itself right there next to Body Double. Bubba Hotep, which somebody sent to me as a joke because I don't like that movie. Yeah, Wedding Singer I've got. So yeah, this is just a lot of the stuff I've had since I was a kid, like Twister, Independence Day, The Mask. But I just thought I'd get it all up on the shelf to have a nice little VHS aesthetic and reminder over in the corner. Those have been in a box for such a long time. It's nice to get those out of the box. Still got my Curse of Michael Myers poster up over here in the corner, which has kind of been a staple of my room for a long time. I'm actually a big fan of Curse of Michael Myers. I like the movie a lot. It's not my favorite Halloween, but I like it. And this is on my 4Ks over here. Now my 4Ks have been over here for a while. I got all my Columbia Classics up top. I'll be getting the 5th volume whenever it lowers way down in price at some point. The Titanic 25th Anniversary Edition, Train Spotting on 4K. And all my 4Ks are in alphabetical order. Now, this does not include any of the boutique stuff. This is all studio 4K releases because I like to keep my boutiques together. But it's all in alphabetical order as far as the studio 4K releases, and it goes, I got all my mugs in the center because the 4Ks don't really fit well in there. But as you can see, pretty much stops right here with the watchers. I've got some extra room when I need to add some new additions. Then as we get lower, we got 88 films, Full Moon stuff. We got MVD rewinds, just some of the random labels down here. We got Vestron Video, which I have all the Vestron videos but one. Like, the only one I'm missing is the Unholy, and that's a very hard one to get. If anybody has that and they're willing to sell it to me for like an affordable price, I will buy it from you with the slipcover. Somebody's supposed to be sending me the slipcover class of 1999, but I do need the Unholy. There's some random stuff down there at the bottom. Can't really see it because of the lights, but all my Synapse stuff is right here in a row on the bottom. I'll go ahead and cover the bottom over here as well. A24, I like to keep it by itself. I didn't put it with the Blu-rays. I'm just weird and like it that way. I got my special A24 editions right there. Terror Vision's over there in the corner. We got Visual Vengeance, Eureka, Paramount Presents. All my Criterions are right there. Warner Archive. So move up. We got Blue Undergrounds. We got Arrow Video. Bam, bam, bam. This is pretty much all Arrow Video. Right there, this whole top section. I got a lot of Arrow Video stuff on my box sets up here at top. So I like how Arrow Video looks together. It's just Arrow Video is pretty prestigious. I think it's pretty nice label. And then we'll go over here. We got all the Vinegar Syndromes up top. Got the box set stuff. All my VSUs are together, which I do have every VSU up to Navy SEALs, which is number 9. I've got, this is a VSP, which is pretty much a VSU, but I don't know if they've made any other VSPs. Then I got some other nice Vinegar Syndrome box sets, and that kind of moves into my Vinegar Syndrome slip cover. Sorry, I'm breathing heavy, guys, like getting up and down off the floor. I'm so out of shape. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Go down here. We got my cinematograph releases. That moves into Severin films. I don't have as much Severin. I'm just getting into collecting for them. And that moves into my Scream Factory releases, which starts to get into my Scream Factory 4Ks. Got my Halloweens, my Child's Plays, all together. Funhouse, Alligator, Friday the 13th box set, Omen, pretty much all my 4K slipcover editions. Then I got them. I did put some, some Blu-rays right here, just like I did over here. I put Blue Underground just on the shelf, just kind of to the side. Put some mugs next to them, but these are all like slipless Blu-ray editions. And then we got more slipcover collector's editions, Blu-rays, some non-slipped editions, and this is all the Shout select stuff right here, which I don't have as many of. And then at the bottom, we got Kino Lorber, which I've got a ton of Kino Lorber stuff. Got a lot with the slips. Quite a bit without the slips as well. And then we'll go all the way down to the bottom. Kino Lorber. And then that moves into Radiance Films. I got a couple of nice Radiance Films box sets right there. And then we'll stand up top. It's just, it's hard to organize all this stuff and to make it like go together and to try to create enough room to add more stuff. But as you can see, I'm already running out of room. There's not a whole lot room left to add things, except for Umbrella. I've got enough room to add Umbrella stuff because I get Umbrella stuff every month. So I try to leave a couple of slots left so that would last me till next year. But we do have a lot of the Umbrella box set editions right there, which look really nice on the shelf. That kind of goes into the steel books, which I had to give the steel books their own spot. All my steel books are in alphabetical order, so that makes things nice. Bam, 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 all the way to the bottom. So, and then we go into, and I didn't show the stuff that's on top, but I try to put some cool stuff on top of the shelves, like my Escape from New York, Shaw Scope Edition, Arrow Video, Hellraiser box set, Mexico Trilogy. Got this cool little guest art piece right there, which I love. I got the Paramount Scaries box sets kind of stacked up on each other. I got a nice Nightmare on Elm Street sign right there. Chucky Collection, Coffin Joe, Psycho Collection, Empire of Scares, the Super Mario Edition. Just all my favorite box sets. Kathy's Curse, which is not my favorite box set, but it's up there. Zombie, this comic book set I showed off recently. The Film Vault range sets, which are pretty cool. And then we go over here, and I've got some cool Blu-ray box sets. I think I put my Paranormal Activity set over here by accident because I did a short the other day. This is not supposed to go over here. This is supposed to go over here. You're seeing me reorganize before your very eyes. So that's pretty cool. And then I got all my Blu-rays over here, guys. So this is all alphabetical order. Got 2 shelves dedicated to Blu-ray. And like I said, all alphabetical order for just my standard Blu-ray editions. I got some recent Kino Lorber pickups, just some recent pickups and stuff, just kind of set over here to the side until I finally work them into the collection. And all the way to the bottom, Blu-rays. I left myself a little bit of room at the bottom in case I needed it for new editions. Over here, I got a lot of nice box sets up top, which are pretty cool. A lot of these are 4K steelbook sets. Some are just regular 4K sets, but they all look nice. And that's the Sony Pictures collection, the Rambo steelbook set, right next to the Rambo picture right there. And then we got the rest of the Blu-ray collection. Go all the way to the bottom. Well, I separated my RLJE releases at the bottom, Mill Creek releases at the bottom. TV shows right there. I got Game of Thrones season 1 through 4. And I got my little Curse of Michael Myers sitting over there in the corner. I don't know where to put this Puppet Master trunk set, so I just kind of set him over there to the side. I got a really cool rug, though, that I got at Spirit Halloween that I just kind of set in front of this shelf because I thought it looked cool in front of the shelf. I need to need to better center it right there. But yeah, I just thought it looked cool in front of the shelf. And this is basically like my import shelf, which is primarily consisting of Second Sight, which is that top. But I've also got 101 films. I got some of those VHS tapes on here, just some random stuff, Studio Canal releases, and goes all the way to the bottom. I got some imprint stuff right there. Some of my German media books at the bottom. So just a random assortment of imports. I've got my Witch screenplay right here from A24. My Oscar, of course. I did win an Oscar, guys, you know, for best person to promote a steelbook and help them win an award. And then we got The Exorcist 4K Bible Edition from the UK, which is just one of my pride and joys. But yeah, my Second Sight collection for sure. I envision at some point like this whole shelf will probably be Second Sight. I like to keep those by themselves because that's just a very special label to me. And I think they all look really good together. Got a trash can right there. You see that, guys? Bunch of cords, bunch of sloppy stuff. This I'm putting to the side for a video. This is all like my recent watches. I'm going to cover those pretty soon. And just a bunch of crap right there. This had laser discs and books and just a bunch of crap I just threw in there. And there's my desk. It's a mess, guys. It's an absolute mess. But that's it, guys. That's the room as it stands right now. Not too flashy, but I knew you guys wanted to see it. And I like to give you guys a peek into my life sometimes. Just show you guys what I'm working with. Are you impressed? Are you not impressed? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe and like the video. We'll see you next time.